Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Take It Offline podcast. My name is Mike Imgood and today I'm joined by Alex Keslar. How's it going?
Not too bad, man. I was a little nervous, but...
I think we got all the nerves out now. We spent a good bit of time before this getting the nerves out. We're in good shape now, though.
The build-up was definitely worse than the actual action so far.
Yeah, getting started is always the most difficult, but we're here now. We're going... Today is Monday. We're recording on a Monday. We had the whole weekend to have some fun, have some relaxation. What did you get into this weekend?
A whole lot of not fun and no relaxation. I was planning on... Well, I guess I watched those Rough N Rowdy fights.
Yeah.
On Friday night. Those were pretty interesting. I think we'll get into those a little bit.
Yep.
But then Saturday, I was supposed to be going home to watch the second round of Rough N Rowdy, and instead I spent my my evening playing with a flat tire.
Oh.
Which,
Well, did you have just one flat tire?
Just one, thanks to your advice. Thanks to your advice.
Yeah, so Alex texted me yesterday because he was getting ready to go home, and he said he had a flat tire, and I said for him to watch out for potholes on the way home so he does not get another flat tire. Because we live in Pennsylvania, and potholes are a very common thing that we find in Pennsylvania.
I don't think I told you the rest of that story, though, did I?
No, I don't think you did.
Common sense would usually say before you put the spare on to check the tire pressure in the spare. Mm-hmm. I didn't, and it's supposed to be at about 60 psi, and mine was at about 14.
Oh,
so
that's definitely a lot lower than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so I limped to Sheets, luckily. I made it the whole way home then.
Didn't hit any potholes.
No, I was swerving around them.
Nice. So, Alex, this is your first time on the show, and actually, you are the first guest on the podcast that I've known you the longest, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here.
I feel honored.
Yeah, so how do we know each other?
Well, from college, it was first day. It was moving day, I think.
It was moving day.
Yep.
I vividly remember the first time that I met you because our mutual friend, Derek, who I had gone to high school with, he brought you over to my dorm, and I walked down the steps, and I could remember you and Derek standing there, and you're like, "Hi, my name is Alex," and it's been a horrible, horrible experience ever since. Just kidding.
You kind of had a baptism by fire because Derek is not a man of many words, so there wasn't much of an introduction between the two of us.
Right. Yeah, but we went to Pitt Johnstown together. We were roommates for a while. We even were roommates out here for a few years, out in Pittsburgh. So, we have known each other for quite some time. Yeah. Yeah. So, did you do anything else fun and exciting? You said you watched Rough N Rowdy, and you obviously had a flat tire.
That was about it, man. Went home from my dad's big 50th birthday.
Oh, wow, the big 50.
Yep. He's a Valentine's baby, but we had his party this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So.
Nice. Well, so Lent... Well, Ash Wednesday started last week.
Yep.
And Lent began.
It was on Valentine's Day, right?
It was on Valentine's Day this year. And so I decided this year for Lent that I was going to give up coffee and sweets.
So what is that? You're a masochist, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to make life really difficult on myself. And this is like day 6, I think, of it. And it's been really challenging.
So are you over the splitting headaches and falling asleep at work, or no?
I just feel like, I didn't give up caffeine completely.
Oh, okay.
So I've been drinking some tea, and I've decided at lunchtime I just shotgun a Red Bull just to get me through the rest of the day.
Because that's better than coffee.
Yeah, I figured, I have to get caffeine somehow, right? So this has been day 6. It's I feel like if I'm getting over the craving of coffee in the morning. Mm-hmm. I actually woke up today, and this is the first day that I was like, oh, I need coffee, but I can't have it. Today was kind of the first day where I was like, okay, maybe we don't need it. That'll probably last another 10 hours before I go back to work and I have more coffee. But it's been going okay so far. Lent's a long time.
It is. It's early yet still, but I think the worst part is over. Maybe. I feel like the beginning.
The beginning's always the toughest. Did you give up anything for Lent?
I did. So I decided to do something a little different this year. Rather than give something up, I figured I would use it to address some of my weak points in my my character.
Sure.
And since it's more of a religious holiday, well, it is a religious holiday, I decided to focus on the 7 deadly sins, and 2 of mine that I really struggle with. One more lately than the other, but I tend to get angry pretty easy. I have a short temper, so wrath would be that one, and sloth. I've been kind of lazy going to the gym lately. But the flat tire was definitely a setback on the wrath one.
I can imagine. Yeah. Well,
I said a few of those forbidden words that you told me beforehand we weren't allowed to say.
You can't say.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah. It's an interesting time to do that type of stuff. I mean, it's definitely beneficial to, you're trying to better yourself through the process and all that good stuff. It's just very difficult. I actually 2 years ago gave up social media for Lent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that or not. That was a difficult one. I managed to get through all 40 days, but this coffee and sweets one is going to be a tough one for me, I think.
When did you re-download those social media apps then?
Easter, the day that I could. Yeah.
I think Lent a lot of times is used as kind of New Year's resolutions round 2. I think a lot of people drop off and then pick them back up.
Yeah, pick them back up again. Yeah. Well, whatever they have to do.
Hey.
Well, something else that I've been doing as well, and I did this with a few of my coworkers, is I was inspired by this BuzzFeed video that I saw.
Okay.
Where they did 100 squats per day for 30 days. And I watched the video, and I was like, that seems like it could be really challenging, but the results seem like they would definitely be worth it. So I am day, I think also day 6 into that.
Okay.
It's something. It's not getting easier. It's just my legs are always exhausted. But I mean, I'm doing 100 squats a day in addition to whatever else I would be doing.
Yeah, your other workouts.
Going to the gym. Yeah, and I had a workout class on Thursday, and I decided to do the squats before the class.
That's an awful idea.
Yeah, I did it anyhow. But I did the squats before the class, and it ended up being a very leg-intensive day. So I had a lot more pain than I should have afterwards.
Yeah. Now, my question is, I want you to be honest with me and your fans.
Sure.
You told me you didn't go to work today. Now, the words you used is that you were off of work today. Was it that you couldn't walk out of your apartment, or was...
Well, I had off today.
Okay.
So I still need to do my 100 squats.
Oh, okay.
I have not done them yet today, but we're managing. We're getting through.
We can change this to a video podcast.
Yeah.
And,
you don't want to see me do squats. I can promise you that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite thing too is you asked me. You've been recently doing really well with your workouts, right?
Yeah, trying.
You have workouts after you go to the gym after work, and now you have this 100 squats, and you asked me a while back to join a workout kind of group with you on our Apple Watches.
Oh, yeah.
And about as soon as you asked me to do that to hold you accountable, I stopped going to the gym. So we kind of flip flopped a little bit.
I get these notifications from people when they do workouts, and I can't remember the last time I saw one from you.
I just haven't logged in.
I'm sure. So let's jump into some news and noteworthy topics.
Alrighty.
So my buddy Kenny Sukich, who was on the podcast, he's been on twice, I believe. He's a musician, and he had a show on Friday at Club Cafe in Southside, and I went to see him play, and he was really good.
Okay.
He was really good. There was one thing that, and I hope Kenny doesn't get angry with me for talking about this. So he went second in the set. So there's 3 different people that played.
Okay.
And he's like a really energetic musician. So everyone was up and clapping and having a good time. And then for the third act, so everyone was kind of excited whenever the third act came on. Someone came on and said, "Okay, so the energy level is here," which is. I'm holding my hands up high to show that the energy level was high.
There's no video.
And he was like, "We got to bring it down a little bit for this next person to come on."
Was it a sad ballad?
And I was like, "What?" Like I couldn't get my head around like why you would want to bring the energy level down for like a live concert.
Yeah, unless they're like being rowdy, you know.
No, I think everyone was out there having a good time, but I think that the reason was because the person that came on after Kenny, her music was more mellow and kind of chill. And that I kind of understand how it's probably not going to be the same exciting atmosphere.
Yep.
But I think the fact that he had to come on and tell us to like get quiet and like get more mellow, I was kind of like completely out. But I will say that the girl that came on after Kenny was still really good. It was just a different atmosphere. And I was just kind of it was just kind of a surreal experience when someone was telling us to get less excited.
A small buzzkill.
Yeah.
I know nothing about production or anything like that, but wouldn't you? I think it would work better if it was kind of a more organic. Like if she came out and played a song, that would naturally, I feel like, bring down the. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You said Kenny is the one that does your music.
Yes.
Correct? The podcast.
Kenny did the intro song and the outro song. It's off of his album. That he has that you can find on iTunes, Spotify, any of those places.
He sounds good.
Yeah, Kenny's really talented. And that was some of the music that he performed on Friday as well. And he closed it out with this medley that included like Backstreet Boys and stuff like that. It was a really cool shout. Yeah, Kenny's really talented.
I've enjoyed all the podcasts, but I enjoy when he's on as well. You two get along pretty well on here.
Yeah. So you said about Rough N Rowdy. You watched Rough N Rowdy this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, how was that?
Yes, I did. It was a spectacle. Let me just tell you that.
So what is Rough N Rowdy?
Okay, so Rough N Rowdy, my understanding is, I'm sure some of you have listened to the podcast Barstool Sports. I don't think it's just a podcast anymore. Right. I think they have maybe a TV show now and
they're
a couple.
Serious now too.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah. They're expanding, and admittedly, I don't listen to them.
Yeah.
But a lot of my friends at work do, and they cover pretty much all facets of sports, but primarily NFL, I think, because Pat McAfee's on there.
Right.
He was a punter for New England, right?
The Colts.
Oh, the Colts. Okay.
The Colts.
Okay. But before, Rough N Rowdy used to be kind of a barroom tough man competition. That's my understanding. So they would go to bars and pretty much say, hey, do any of you guys want to fight? We'll let you come up and beat the heck out of each other. And I mean, obviously, people get a couple drinks in them, and that sounds like a good idea. But they kind of wanted to take it to the next level. So this was Rough N Rowdy 2. I didn't see the first one.
So does this happen every year?
I don't know. I feel like the last one wasn't a year ago. Maybe 3-4 months ago. But this one was definitely more promoted. It's a pay-per-view event. It went up by $7 from last time to this time, and it went from one night to 2 nights of fighting this time. That the card was so big that they moved it. The bracket continued on Saturday. But they have 3 weight classes, so small, medium, and large. And
so weight sizes or just small, medium, and large?
Oh, there are weight specifications, but small is pretty much up to. Medium's the only one that really has a bracket, and then large is above this. Okay. And there were some people that were above that that fought. But it was definitely more of a comedy event than it was a sporting event, because they had a lot of the people that went at the beginning. So there was a main event. I think 2 people from the actual podcast fought each other for the main event. At least that's how the first one went. But before, they had a bunch of people that were going to be fighting in this and figured it was probably their 3 minutes of fame. And so they made background YouTube videos, kind of like pre-fight build-up videos and stuff. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of that.
That's funny.
So I think primarily the people that did that really played into it were the ones that fought before the main event. So it wasn't like a typical boxing match where the main event was last. They did the kind of not comedic, but where they had the videos first, did the main event, and then squeezed in the rest of the bracket at the end.
Okay.
But there were some characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one poor girl. One poor girl came out and she was excited. You could tell she was excited, but she didn't look the most athletic. Tall and lanky, you know what I mean? But she just kind of walked a little goofy, and just didn't look very athletic. And the girl that she went up against, Mikey could probably take me and you both. she looked mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, this poor girl came out, and the last thing she did, she was all excited. She was hugging people, and she turned and handed her glasses to the corner guy. And she went out and proceeded to get beat on for about 30 seconds, I think, and then they stopped the fight. And she came out of the ring afterwards, all smiles still, good sport. And but they walked up to her and they're like, "So what happened? You look so energetic going in there." And she goes, I was ready to go, but I just can't see without my glasses."
So she went in full well knowing she couldn't see without her glasses.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, so anybody can come and do these?
Anybody. Now, we were talking, I don't know if they check, but I'm imagining people with actual fighting experience aren't allowed.
Okay.
But I don't know. There were a couple people that look like they may have been in a fight once or twice, but I don't know if it was anything official.
That's pretty interesting, though. So it was a good time to watch
it was a good time.
Yeah.
We made a little game out of it. Each person would decide a nickname for the two fighters, and then we would bet a drink on who we thought was going to win or not. And we made it more fun than I think it actually was, but it was a good time. It definitely was.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff for it, like going around. Like I follow some of the Barstool Sports guys. I follow Pat McAfee, who's a great follow on Twitter if you ever get a chance to follow him.
Okay.
And I know that he has a lot of involvement in Barstool, but I did see some advertising for it, and that's pretty cool, all the stuff that they have going on with that.
If any of you guys get a chance, you included, Mikey, if you get a chance, look up, there was one knockout that was, the kid was knocked out cold, and that was kind of the theme of the night, because he was knocked out about, I think it was maybe the third fight, so we kept saying one for our homie, and his name was Pistols. He had tattoos of pistols on his back, so he kept saying one for our homie Pistols. But look up the video of Pat McAfee's reaction, because he's on the side where the kid gets knocked out, and it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So, some other news to get to here.
Okay.
I got my first email to the Take It Offline podcast email inbox.
Oh, man.
And it came from Courtney Joyce, who was on 2 episodes ago.
Okay.
Who is Kenny Sokic's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
I was just talking about Kenny. Courtney was a lot of fun on the podcast, and she decided to send me over some stories that she had found during the week that she thought I would find interesting. And I did find them interesting. So the first one I have here is from the New York Post. And the title of the article was "Standoff with a Stuffed Lion."
Okay.
So this occurred in Scotland, where this Scottish man went out to his farm and went into his barn where the cows were, and he saw what he thought was a lion, or a tiger. I'm sorry, a tiger. And so he calls the police because he's worried that this tiger's going to get to his cows. So he calls the police, and the police show up, and the article, the way that I was reading it, the first police officer showed up and wouldn't even get out of his car because he was terrified that this lion was going to do something. And it turned out to be that this whole thing was a hoax, and that the lion was a stuffed lion. It was a stuffed lion, and it showed a photo of, like, with the article. And the way that the photo is taken, like, the lion's like lying down. Okay. And it genuinely looks like a real lion.
Okay, I was gonna ask, because you see those stuffed animals that you get at the fair.
Yeah.
And all I can think is one of those big plushy lions that sit on their butt. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I could be fooled by that. But
it looks, to me, whenever I looked at it, I mean, knowing that I knew that it was a stuffed lion whenever I read the article. But if you would not know that, and, like, it's in, like, a barn, so, like, all these cows are there, and there's just, like, a lion, like, sitting in the middle, and I could definitely see, like, maybe why this man was like, oh, wow, I gotta do something about this. But the police decided that it was a hoax. They didn't blame the guy for calling, because they thought it was a genuine mistake. But they took the lion, and now it's like a mascot for the police department.
So they took the lion into custody.
Yes.
My only question was he wearing his kilt or not?
The lion?
Yeah, the lion. Sure. Was it a Scottish lion?
The lion was not wearing his kilt.
And I'm not a zoologist or any type of animal expert, but lions are not native to Scotland, correct?
No, I don't believe that they are. Yeah. What they didn't resolve in the article was, how did that lion even get there? Yeah,
well, the first cop wasn't solving anything.
No, he was too afraid to get out.
I gotta be honest with you. It might be a little different if you're a cop, but if somebody told me there was a lion in a barn, I probably wouldn't go in either.
Yeah. It was really funny though, just to kind of see the reaction from them. And then the second story that she sent me pertains to the Olympics.
Okay.
And this one had to do with the Norwegian Olympic team. So they went to this Korean market to try to order eggs.
Okay.
Okay? And they wanted to order 1,500 eggs. But they had an issue. So I guess that their team is pretty large. I didn't actually look at how many members
that's
of
a
the
lot
team.
of eggs.
Yeah. They wanted to order 1,500 eggs. But they wanted to use Google Translate because they didn't speak Korean. So they were trying to communicate with the shop, and they used Google Translate and accidentally ordered 15,000 eggs instead of 1,500 eggs. So the article showed like the team standing with all of these eggs.
So they had 15,000 eggs.
So they ordered the 15,000 eggs, and the 15,000 eggs came to them.
Those poor chickens. That's a lot of eggs.
But I guess that the Norwegian team was just going to be constantly eating eggs for the remainder of their stay.
They're going to be thick. Buddy.
Yeah, a lot of protein. A lot of protein. Yeah, I don't know how much longer do the Olympics go on for?
I'm not sure. I have to admit, I've been a bad American this Olympics.
I've been completely tuned out.
Me as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm more into the Summer Olympics, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against winter sports, or I don't know. I've kind of been out of it this time around.
Yeah, and I talked about it on the last podcast. I just witnessed the greatest sporting spectacle that I could ever watch with the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. So it's tough for me to be tuned into the Olympics.
I guess it is exciting when you see a once-in-a-lifetime event.
I think that was a subtle shot, but I'm going to let that one slide. Yeah, but I thought those were two really good stories that she sent over.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah, I got a kick out of them.
I'm impressed that they had 15,000 eggs to give them.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They probably would have had to bring... I mean, I can't think of a grocery store that even... We live in the Pittsburgh area. I can't think of a grocery store that's keeping 15,000 eggs in stock.
That family hasn't had breakfast. All of the eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, but they got them, so they had to do something with them.
Either that or they didn't have dinner. They probably eat those chickens, but they couldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to save them for the eggs.
Yeah, a lot of eggs.
That is a lot of eggs.
Wow. Wonder how many chickens it would take to get 15,000.
Well, they lay one a day.
Is it only one a day?
Pretty sure. Wow. I'm pretty sure.
So it would be at least 15,000 chickens.
Depending on how long it took them to fill the order, but I'd imagine it's probably the next day.
Yeah, that's a lot of eggs.
That's every Korean chicken.
That's a lot. Yes.
Do you think on like the South Korean internet they had a call out for
we need eggs?
Please lend us your chickens.
Give us eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. So, topic of the week.
Okay,
we're gonna
I'm
play
excited.
a game. We're gonna play a game. So, you and I play this game all the time.
A version of it.
And what game is it?
This is Would You Rather.
Yes, we're going to play a game of Would You Rather. So I picked 8 questions that I thought were fun questions to answer.
Okay.
Some of them would be very difficult for me to answer, so I'm not going to leave you hanging.
Okay.
I'm also going to answer some of these questions.
I mean, neither option is going to be good.
No. Well, some of these are fun, too. Some of these
okay.
are just a fun idea to come up with.
So definitely a different version than the one we usually
Yes.
play.
Yeah, they're not both terrible options.
How many hours do you think we played this game on our drive back from Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, so Alex and I went on a vacation with Alex's family. Was it almost 3 years?
I think. Yeah,
3
it'll
years
be 3
ago
this
now.
summer.
And we were, I think at this point we were stuck in traffic, and I was driving, and I was like, Alex, entertain me somehow. And so Alex found this article that had Would You Rather questions in it, and we probably spent several hours going back and forth between these Would You Rather questions.
It was a 10-hour drive, and I think it took us, 3 to leave Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, it was awful.
Yep.
But we got to pass the time that way.
We
so that
did,
was
we
fun.
did. It
Yeah.
definitely passed the time. Okay.
Okay, so
Hit me.
you ready? So I haven't told you any of these.
No, I wanted to go in cold.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, so we did a little bit of blind prep here. Okay. The first question. Would you rather email an embarrassing email to your entire company or eat an entire stick of butter?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, the butter is only really going to hurt me.
I guess, what is your definition of an embarrassing email? Like, what would the email have to be?
A video of me eating an entire stick of butter.
I guess that could be it.
But no, I don't know. I think you're right.
So my thoughts with this one, before I let you answer, was the embarrassing email option is probably more long-lasting than the stick of butter.
Unless you die when you're 40.
Unless, I guess it could have some like heart issues.
Yeah.
Potential issues down the line. But I guess it's, do you want, actually they're both probably pretty long term.
Do you want embarrassment or heart disease is what your options are.
Yeah. Plus the stick of butter probably wouldn't taste very good.
You can leave the company. You can't add years back onto your life.
You can.
You can?
You can leave the company. Yes.
I thought you were on some medical breakthrough here. I think I would have to go with the company.
You think?
I mean, I do enjoy being alive.
Yeah,
it's a pretty solid.
I mean, if you sent the embarrassing email, do you think you would be fired?
Well, that might be it. That might be the bar. Are you going to get fired? Because that would follow you to a different company. If it's that bad that they fire you, that would haunt you, I'm sure.
So let me ask you this then. If it was something, I guess embarrassing is different than like, I don't want to use the word traumatic, but like bad.
Bad. Something that you did that was stupid or Yeah. Embarrassing, I don't know. That could be like you falling down, you ripping your pants.
That's true.
I ripped my pants the other day.
Do you have a video of it that we can send out to your company?
No, but I only have like a solid 3 pair of jeans, and now I'm down to 2. And the other one's a pair of work jeans. So please send jeans.
Please send jeans. Set up a GoFundMe for Alex for jeans. Okay, so you're thinking the embarrassing email to your company?
I think if you define it as just something embarrassing and it won't like I don't want my other company, if I would happen to leave that, for them to call my old company and then say, let me forward you this email. You should see this.
And then it just gets circulated within that company and then you never escape it.
Yep.
Yeah. So how big would you say your company is?
Well, our company is pretty big. Our office is 50, I think they're 57 now, 58 maybe.
So would the size of the company that you work at change your idea?
Not at all. I think, like I said, if it was just isolated to that company, I mean, what difference does it make then?
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, so the company I work at has several thousand employees, and for an embarrassing email like that to get sent to all of them, I think would be a little bit traumatizing for me.
Very true. Now, and you're not just a we're an engineering and architectural firm at our Pittsburgh office. Now, if you expand, we do a lot more.
Yeah.
But generally engineering and engineering type. I would consider architectural as an engineering type profession. Yours covers pretty much all facets.
It covers a lot of different, so we're not just engineering, we're a bunch of different things. So a lot of different people would see this.
Oh, you could be going to buy a house and somebody would say, hey, I think I recognize that guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what could happen.
He's the one that tore his pants.
I don't, on the flip side though, I feel like I would die after eating an entire stick of butter.
You know, I was kind of thinking about this though. How much butter are in the cheese bites at Buffalo Wild Wings?
So
because if those haven't killed us yet.
Full disclosure, I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
Me too.
Love Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, shout out.
Shout out to sponsor me, Buffalo Wild Wings. Yes, so I love Buffalo Wild Wings, and you and I go there quite often.
That's our go-to spot.
Yeah, that's our go-to spot, and I love to get the cheese curds at Buffalo Wild Wings
every time. Never a small order.
No, always the biggest one you can buy. But yeah, I think that in that case though, it's in something. I'm not like pulling a stick of butter out of the fridge and going to town on it.
Agreed.
You know?
I think it would be harder to eat the stick of butter physically right now.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, I'm pretty sure those cheese curds have probably taken as many years off our life as that stick of butter would.
I see the point. Yeah, I'm going to go with the embarrassing email as well. I've probably already eaten several sticks of butter in my
that's
lifetime.
what I meant, though.
Yeah,
maybe we could do the stick of butter. See? We've already done it.
I think I would make myself sick before I got the whole way through it.
That's true. So it just has to be a stick of butter? Like I couldn't get a big tub of movie theater popcorn?
No, you have to eat it like
Okay.
Like, yeah, eat it like that.
Okay. At least then killing yourself would be a little more fun.
So what did you have to follow on this?
I think the embarrassing email.
I think I'm gonna go with that as well. If it's embarrassing, it's not bad.
No,
Like,
no, not bad. We'll say not bad.
not bad. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Would you rather? This is kind of ridiculous. Would you rather have a dragon
Okay.
or be a dragon?
Be a dragon. 100%.
So when I saw this one initially, I was like, yeah, I would want to be a dragon, but I could have all the dragon benefits. If I have a dragon, I could have all the dragon benefits without actually being a dragon.
Okay. Who owns the gold though? You're not going to tell the dragon that that's your gold.
But I have
It's the dragon's
dragon.
gold.
So the dragon and I are buddies at this point.
Okay.
So the dragon and I get to share the gold.
I don't think that's how gold works. Do you think you would have an allowance, a gold allowance?
Why does this dragon have to cover the gold?
Doesn't every dragon like gold?
I guess so. I'm thinking of like the Hobbit.
That's 100%. And guess what?
That dragon
Loves gold.
did not like to share his gold.
He
either.
did not.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of it too. All he had to do is give out one little.
But I
rock
mean,
back.
it's like my pet dragon at that point. So whatever is his is mine.
Your cat has bit you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, play bite, but still, I think a play bite from a dragon would still be enough to not turn out well.
yeah, I just think that I like being a person, and I think that I would I would like having a dragon more than being a dragon. What
That's
can you
true.
do as a dragon? You can't get. I mean, like
You would have all the gold.
Well, we can't spend it on it. What are you going to spend it on?
Dragons don't spend it; they just they love on it.
So you just want it to have it.
Wouldn't that be what a
Why
dragon
wouldn't
does?
you donate that gold? You awful human being.
Nope, I'm a dragon.
Well,
No, but you know what though? There's no girl dragons.
No.
Or there's no companionship. And when you're a dragon, well,
all
unless
you.
you have some deadbeat friend like you who steals my gold. I have to pay for your friendship is pretty much what it is.
Yeah, if you're gonna hog all the gold, I wouldn't want to be your friend.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I don't give you money to be my friend now.
Yeah, it's true.
You just get all the benefits of being with me.
Yay.
That didn't sound too convincing.
Oh. Well, so you're going with be a dragon.
Ah, man, I don't know. The not having a companion or any kind of
It's
dragon
essentially you could live the same life you have now,
friend. Yep.
but with a dragon.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Could I marry Daenerys from Game of Thrones if we both have dragons?
I'm gonna go. Yes.
100%. I want to own a dragon.
Yeah, that kind of sold
that
it
sold
more,
me right
that
there.
sold it more for me too.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, that obviously.
Yeah. Daenerys is the best character on Game of Thrones, right?
Oh, I'm a strong Arya Stark. I love the Starks.
Yeah.
I love the Starks because that's where the whole story started. And I was a big Ned Stark guy.
Yeah.
That didn't go very well for me.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. One for our homie,
Yes.
Ned Stark. No, the Starks have just been kind of. I feel like now they've made their mistakes, but think of the bad things they've done in comparison to every other person on that show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Daenerys is the only other one that maybe got a worse deal.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I'm a big Arya Stark because I feel like, I mean, obviously, I'll never be in that situation, but I feel like she is handling it better than any individual character other than possibly Daenerys. But with her, like, young, and we're digging really into this, but like her young age and everything, I don't know. Me and Arya,
Yeah.
that's my girl.
Well, Daenerys is my favorite.
I mean, I love Daenerys too.
Yeah.
I would marry Daenerys, support Arya.
Okay.
There
that's,
we go.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair. Next question.
Okay.
This one got under my skin a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Like in a way that I kind of was like,
Am I going to, like, throw up?
you're not.
Okay.
It was kind of one of the options in this next question really bothers me.
Okay. All right.
Would you rather be forced to wear wet socks for the rest of your life or only be allowed to wash your hair once a year?
I have no hair.
Yeah. And what you have has almost completely receded to the back of your head.
It has. It has. Do you think it'd be like a tree searching for sunlight? If I didn't wash it, it would grow to, like, look for water?
I mean, you could try that.
But what else do I have to
That
lose?
was a really good analogy.
You like it?
I did like that.
So definitely the hair.
I hate
I know you
wet
do.
socks.
I know you do.
My morning is absolutely ruined whenever I get up and I put on. So like I take a shower in the morning.
Okay.
Obviously.
I would hope.
So I take a shower in the morning, and sometimes like water will get like on the floor of the bathroom whenever I get out.
Yep.
Sometimes. And sometimes I'll go put on socks, and then I'll walk back into the bathroom to do something. And my morning will be absolutely ruined if I get socks, if I get them wet.
Quick follow-up.
Yeah.
Two follow-ups. Number one, quick rule of thumb, probably would save you a lot of frustration. Don't wear socks in the bathroom after a shower.
Well, sometimes in the morning I'm just not thinking. And I just walk into the bathroom.
I mean, sometimes you have to run back in to do something.
Like, I might need to go to the bathroom before I go headed to work, you know?
Hold it.
To avoid having wet socks.
Yep. I mean, which is worse?
Yeah.
For you, I feel like wet socks.
I hate wet socks so much.
Number two, though, I realize we both have a predicament. It sounds like you have one pair of socks and I only have 2 pair of jeans.
Well, for me, it's just the fact that I have to then change those socks.
Yeah. If you're like me, I hate putting socks on after I have pants on.
Yeah.
Yep, I hate it.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the tuck in, you're firmly tucked.
Sure.
And then you bend over and everything. It's just a mess. I agree.
I completely agree with
But
you.
the hair, definitely the hair for me.
Yeah. I agree with your assessment on that one. For me, I would go the rest of my life without washing my hair if it meant that I never had to deal with wet socks again.
That's pretty serious.
That's a bold statement, and I feel very strongly about it.
Would you keep it the same length? Because I got to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't hang out with you.
I mean, I would probably wear a lot of, maybe shave my head, wear a lot of hats.
There you go, hats. You would have some stinky hats.
Yeah, I cannot stand wet socks.
It's bothering you right now. Look at
It is, yeah. Watch, I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow headed to work and have wet socks.
Oh, 100%. You just jinxed yourself.
Yep. Yeah, okay, next question.
Okay.
Would you rather suffer from spontaneous shouting or unpredictable fainting spells?
Well, I feel like shouting's a lot safer.
It is.
Definitely a lot
You wouldn't want to
safer.
be driving and faint.
Or like standing beside the train tracks.
Anything that would put you in a bad position.
Yeah, you know. Definitely random shouting.
Yeah, that one seems the most safe.
It does. I feel like it'd be more fun, too. Because after you've come to grips with it, it's never going away. You might as well just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, and at some point, I'm like, you're at work,
Yeah.
right? You just have spontaneous shouting.
The library. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Now, whenever you envisioned this, did you imagine like shouting like a phrase or just like, ah, like that type of shouting?
So like a kind of a Tourette's almost.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
That would be, I mean,
Yeah.
I think I would rather that. I mean, that's actually, both of them are, I guess, because people have narcolepsy, people can fall asleep
true,
as well.
yeah.
But I think just for the sake of safety, I would probably take the shouting.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Just strictly logically. If I could always fall down on like pillows, maybe the fainting, but
Well, you could always just strap a pillow to the side of your head. That way, when you do faint.
onto the train tracks, not helping.
Now, what would be the worst situation you could be in where you would faint? I mean, on the train. I mean,
A tour of the Grand Canyon.
yeah. I was thinking like skydiving. Yeah,
Wingsuits?
skydiving.
Wingsuits. Think about that.
Wingsuits, yeah, that would
Yeah.
be really bad.
Yeah.
Scuba diving.
Yeah, there's not many good places just to randomly faint.
Unless you're in bed and you fall asleep. Just faint.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely the shouting.
I'm gonna go with shouting as well. I mean, at some point, you know, my coworkers will get used to it.
It's a safety concern.
It is.
Yep, that's
They don't
why.
want me fainting at my desk either.
No. I mean, that would be okay. You could take naps. You could act like you fainted.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So like,
you might even have an aid that would be able to like hold you up in case you would faint. Oh man. I guess it depends on the limits. All these kind of depend on what bounds
Yeah.
you set for them. But just the basic question, I say shouting.
I think I would say shouting as well. Too much danger surrounding fainting.
Yeah.
Way
Yep. Too much work.
Okay. This next one.
This isn't good. I see you're giggling already.
This one, when I read it, it bothered me. This is another one that bothered me a lot. 'Cause this is like two of my worst fears.
So something in wet socks.
Would you rather always have snot hanging out of your nose that moves when you breathe in and out,
I'm gonna throw up on this one.
or have a piece of food stuck between your two front teeth? This is
Ooh.
always.
Okay, so thinking on a date.
Okay.
Never attractive to have a piece of food stuck between your teeth.
It's also never attractive to snot.
That was my point. A big old no. I think that would be more annoying for me. I feel like. I mean, unless the snot was getting like into your mouth or something. Yeah, see, it's a gross question. You picked
gross.
it.
Yeah, who picked this question?
But I would probably say the food between the teeth.
I think I would as well, just for the sheer. I could hide it easier.
Yeah. And I mean, I would be willing to bet there would be more people that would throw up from snot down your face than food in your teeth.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like having food between your teeth is more understandable.
Yeah.
But I feel like anytime I see someone with food between their teeth, I'm like, God, just could you take care of that?
But you don't throw up.
No, I
Okay.
no. If I saw snot, like,
Yep.
I mean, if I looked in the mirror and saw snot running down my nose, I'd be like, I'd really need to take care
I
of
would
that.
gag myself
Yeah.
if I saw that.
No, I feel you.
I don't have the strongest stomach though either.
Next one.
Okay.
Would you rather meet an alien visitor
Okay.
or travel to outer space?
Ooh, do you find an alien in outer space?
I'm gonna guess no.
Okay. So just chilling in outer space.
Yeah. It doesn't say your destination either. So really,
Definitely meet an alien. I mean, because if you think of it, I heard your conspiracy theories, but say that we went to the moon. Say we go again. You go to the moon. Probably not going to see anything interesting than moon dust. I mean, it'd be neat to be in the moon. Don't get me wrong, but an alien, I definitely think unless they want to kill you.
but we don't know that, and that's kind of the stipulation of this question. We don't know if they're friendly or if they're not friendly.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd take
you
the
have
risk.
to take the risk.
I think I'd take the risk.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Butt probes.
And you die. And you die. Yeah. I think I would also go alien visitor.
Yep.
I mean, traveling to space, like I feel like you'd be there for like a day, and you'd be like, oh, I've pretty much seen it.
Yep. If it was like go to a crazy planet like on Interstellar with none of the negative ramifications, I would say probably maybe that just to see a different planet.
Yeah.
But the alien visitor, I mean, that's awesome.
I think that'd be a really cool experience.
Might get the opportunity to do that one of these days.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I mean, I'm guessing they probably won't pick one of us to be the first person the alien sees unless we bump into him on the street.
So you're saying there could be aliens here on the street?
Well, I'm not ruling anything out. I'm going to say probably not.
How do you know that I'm not an alien?
Well, you are kind of weird. But,
Why are you saying aliens are weird? Maybe they're just like you and me.
I mean, if they can travel across space,
Yeah, they're not like you and me.
and why would they pick here to hang out? I'm sure
true.
there's other cool
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Gonna go alien visitor on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think just for sheer entertainment purposes, that it'd be more exciting to see an alien visitor than go to outer space.
These aren't that divisive. We haven't found one that has been seriously divisive yet.
For you and me?
Or just in general.
Well, the wet socks and the washing your hair once a year was, I mean, divisive for you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess these are not overly divisive, but just some fun ones to think about.
Difficult to decide, I should
Yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been having an easier time deciding on these than some.
Yeah.
But
Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life,
I hate hiccups.
or feel like you have to sneeze and not be able to for the rest
Hiccups.
of your life?
I hate hiccups, but what is worse than losing a sneeze?
So, I legitimately felt like I had to sneeze right there. Every time that I feel like I have to sneeze, I will do whatever I can to try to get myself to sneeze, because I hate that feeling
Yes.
so much.
Perpetual non-sneezing is the seventh circle of hell. I'm telling you right now, that would be awful.
That could be like a torture tactic where if you could like induce someone to have that feeling of like getting ready to sneeze.
And we found the title of the show, Torture Tactics.
Torture methods.
Yeah, you might pull some new listeners, but I'm guessing.
Hard pass on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's awful though. Like if you always had that feeling of having to sneeze.
That would be awful. That'd be terrible. Hiccups hurt after a while too.
Yeah.
But I mean, neither of those is good. That's a good one. That's a difficult one to decide. But sneezing is awful.
So you would go with.
Hiccuping.
So you would rather have hiccups than have the feeling of sneezing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, same with me. I think that, I would rather have hiccups as well.
That is, I mean, that's even if you don't have that feeling. I think that this might be weird, but sneezing actually feels kind of good when you sneeze.
When you're done,
Yep.
yeah, when you're done sneezing, you're like, oh, that feels so good. I'm
So
glad
like,
that's over.
even when the feeling's not there anymore, when you lose it, when it goes away, I'm like, oh man, I needed to sneeze and I didn't get to. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with hiccups as well. I can't remember the last time I've had like a really bad fit of like hiccups.
No, but I've never had where I had to sneeze for like an hour either.
True. Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Would you rather have Cheetos dust on your fingers for the rest of your life,
Okay.
or have taste buds on your fingers?
Cheetos dust. Cheetos dust 100%.
So, like, if you would touch something, you'd be able to taste it.
Yeah, dude, think of what all you touch
Yeah.
in a day.
Well, you could wear gloves.
You would taste latex all day.
Well, you would just get used to that taste, maybe.
Oh, great, latex, my favorite. You could put Cheetos dust in the gloves.
So that you're tasting it instead of.
But that's
also that's combining the two. You would have
See?
Cheetos dust and.
You could wear gloves for Cheetos dust, and you have a snack all the time. You're walking along, you want some Cheetos, suck your thumb. There you go.
At first glance, this one seems easy
Yeah.
because you would think the taste buds. But I think that I genuinely think that there's things you could do to get around it. Like you could have gloves and put something good tasting on the inside so that you're always tasting something good.
But I mean, that's kind of the same thing. You could put gloves over Cheetos dust, correct?
You could, but it's like having a snack without having a snack, I guess, right? Because you're still tasting it, but you're not eating it.
I could take my glove off and suck on my thumb.
But you would only be able to eat Cheetos.
If I did that, I would
Right.
have taste buds in my mouth still, right?
Like
Okay, so I
Yes.
could eat whatever else I wanted.
you could. Yeah.
Okay, I think I still would go with the.
On the to sort of mention it though, everything that you would eat would have a Cheetos taste to it though. If like finger foods.
Cheetos burger. How good is that?
I mean, that sounds really good.
It sounds really good. And what else I'm thinking too, you put your hand taste buds in your glove,
Yeah.
and with whatever food you get in there, think about sweaty whatever food because your hands sweat. You'd be
So you're
tasting
saying
that.
so you just be like salty all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that too.
Cheetos dust. I'm sold on Cheetos dust. There's ways around both. I firmly believe. But
There's ways without both, and I think for me it's Cheetos dust or the taste buds.
let me ask you this: when you go out on a date and you're rubbing your burger with your hand,
It's tasted. Well, I mean,
do you think that would be more awkward than being like, "Hey, I ate a bag of Cheetos on the way over, and I didn't get to wash my
then
hands."
every time that you would see them, you'd be like, "Oh, just ate another bag of Cheetos."
Yeah, but didn't you see the commercial? Cheetos, or was that Doritos?
That was Doritos.
Okay, well, same thing. Cheese
I guess
something.
you can always swap that out for Doritos and
Yeah, hey.
Cheetos.
Oh, Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of different Doritos flavors now.
They are. They're making a lot of Doritos Locos Tacos now. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time.
Did you see at Taco Bell that they have the what are they called?
Taco fries?
The taco fries.
Yeah.
I haven't had them yet.
We can go.
We can't.
That's a thing.
I don't know if I like.
I
fast
say eat as many taco fries as you can and then do your 100 squats.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Fast food is so bad for you.
Oh, yeah. But there's our butter.
Yeah.
That has to be worse than butter. But I guarantee you it tastes better.
Yeah, I mean, like you're putting the butter into things. though,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how it's a little bit different.
I was just thinking life expectancy. Where
Yeah, how many sticks of butter do you think like you've eaten in your lifetime just built into things?
oh, my goodness.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
Like hundreds.
Oh yeah. I mean, me in particular, I've started eating healthier now, but I mean, for the longest, I'm thinking about college, what we used to eat in college. So
Yeah. That was the last one I got.
those were pretty good.
Yeah.
Those were pretty good. I liked that those were. I shouldn't say those were easier to solve than some,
Yeah.
but they made you think.
So I think that what this did was it got, got the listeners to understand a little bit more about you and I.
Well, I agree. And I like that these ones kind of had a viable option. Like, we both had a reason. We could reason our way into picking one or the other when some of these questions are so awful that you can't actually do that.
It's just the lesser of two evils at some point.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, some of these had a good option or another good option, I guess. Like the dragon one.
Yeah, I mean, neither is bad.
Neither's bad.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess.
Gold or daenerys. I mean,
yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, or the alien and traveling down to space. Neither is bad.
No, neither are bad.
Yeah.
Well, unless the alien wants to kill you.
Well, you get stuck in space.
You could.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all I got.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's about time we wrap up the show, I think. Been at this for a good amount of time. Had some good talks.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So with that, I'm going to get to some closing thoughts.
Okay.
And with that, I'll start with you. You have any closing thoughts before we end the show?
Not really, man. This was exciting. This was fun. Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed. I have enjoyed listening, and we tried to meet up a couple weeks ago and just couldn't find a time to do it. And I'm happy we found a time.
With full-time jobs. Trying to do the podcast, it can get a little bit hectic with schedule and everything. So
yeah,
I'm glad that you came on, though.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and my closing thought, same as what it's been. Just want to take a chance to plug the show. You can find the Take It Offline podcast on iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. You can also find my Facebook page by searching for the Take It Offline podcast. If you like what you hear, go to the Facebook page and like it. You'll get updates on the shows that are coming out. And then, like what Courtney did this week, you can send an email to the Take It Offline pod at gmail.com. That's the email for the podcast. Yep. Send me any suggestions you might have. Send me any fun articles that you'd like me to bring up on the show. And I'm always open to suggestions. So,
yep. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast if you listen to it. That bumps up Take It Offline, put it in front of more people.
Yeah, so that way I can get more exposure. We can do a lot more fun things.
Heck yeah, we can do ads, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings sponsor me.
You think they'll send us cheese curds?
I would want to go there and get them. I don't think
we could do a podcast at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That would be so much fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
I would feel miserable afterwards, though.
I mean, but it's cheese curds.
It is cheese curds. Well, with that, I'm going to end the show.
Yeah,
and until next time, I will see you later.
Excuse me.